What's happening, guys? Charles Salisbury here. Thank you so much for joining me as ever. Today we're going to be looking at the brand Hair Ritual by Sicily, in particular one exciting product called the Revitalizing Fortifying Serum. Now the reason why I find this quite exciting is not because it's not a normal serum. They use the word serum, but what they really mean is scalp. It does even say on the lower part for hair and scalp. But really what this is a nourishing booster for the scalp. So basically what this does is you apply it onto the scalp, directly onto the scalp after you've showered, after you've conditioned, towel dry a little bit, pop this on directly onto the scalp and don't rinse off. What it's going to do is just add a little bit of nourishment, a little bit of nutrients to it. It's also rich in vitamins like B vitamins, and it's just going to help soothe the skin out. Now scalp treatments, they're something that haven't really taken off. They're not as big and not as many brands do them, but they are becoming bigger and they are becoming better. More brands are waking up to the fact that we put moisturiser and we look after our skin so much that why don't we do that on the scalp? And the fact that so many people suffer from dry skin or aggravated, especially behind the ears and at the neck, so many brands are waking up to the fact that scalp treatments are something that we need instead of just one. Now I've been using the Hair Ritual by Sicily on and off for a while now. First I can say I'm actually quite a big fan of it. There are some negatives, but we'll touch on that later. But firstly, who is this for? Well, being as this won't actually affect the styling of your hair, it's kind of for everybody. What I mean is this is not a styling product, this is not something that's meant for straight hair or curly hair. It's not something that's going to straighten out the hair or in any way heat protect it. It is literally just to add nourishment and a bit of moisture to the scalp. Now when I say moisture, I don't mean that if you have greasy hair that this is going to increase that. This just balances your pH down, adds a bit of vitamin, so it's not going to make your hair any greasier. Granted, if you put loads of it on and always use it, then it might stimulate it a little bit too much. But if you follow the instructions of how you're supposed to use it, and you use it sparingly, then you'll have no problems at all if you have a greasy scalp. A bit more greasy, a bit more oily. So yeah, basically everybody can use it, in particular those people that have problems with their scalp, but they don't need a medicinal one. So you haven't got rapid hair loss or alopecia. Those kind of things I would recommend seeing a trichologist or your GP about. This is more for people who, like myself, who have dry skin, but it's not so much that I need something medicinal or prescriptive to solve the problem. This is more just this is in between your medicinal and a cosmetic product, so it is going to do some help, but it just isn't for those medical problems. So how you use this is 3 pipettes every other day for a week, and then do that for a month, and then twice a week from then on to maintain it. So you'll see here when you take a pipette, it has a black ridge, and that'll be what you take 3 amounts of. So you just squirt that through from front to back throughout the hairline. Now you'll see that it does actually immediately get rid of the discomfort, especially if you've got a little bit of itch. Another group of people that I would recommend it for is people who have all over hair colours. I usually recommend a scalp treatment of any kind, so then it will just get rid of that itch. Even if I don't have an allergy, some people have quite an itch after their colour. It's just taking a little bit of the oils off, but it's not done any damage. These will help massively. Scalp treatments in general will help a lot on that. So when it comes to positives, there are loads with this. The scent is fantastic. It's herbal, it's medicinal, it's lovely, it's fresh. It's not going to overpower your perfume, but it's going to really feel nice, feel quite clean and herbaceous. And I do find scent very important. We've discussed it before about hair products. I do find scent very important, and I think this one delivers great results. As for the packaging, I think it's fantastic. The glass bottle, dark glass bottle with a clean and the pipette that has the line on it so you don't overuse it is a fantastic touch. Simple to use, clean to use, you're not wasting any product when it comes to using it. I do find this a really positive. I do find that packaging use is often overlooked with brands. They focus so much on what the product looks like that when it comes to using it, they have problems like it leaks a little bit or it drips or it's a bit harder to hold in the shower. This is actually a very cleverly designed product as well. As for the product itself, like I say, I've been using this for a bit. I really enjoy it. I think if you stick with the amount it says, to use it twice a week as a maintenance thing, then it's not going to overstimulate the scalp. If you are using it too much, you probably will feel a little bit itchy just because it will overstimulate that, because it is quite strong. It's quite a potent mixture. It does have a lot of minerals and vitamins in it, so you don't want to be overusing it, because that will have the adverse effect and overstimulate the scalp. So just use it as you're supposed to, use it sparingly, don't think more is better, because it usually isn't. But now the negatives can no longer be ignored. So the positives are all there, it is a great product, but the negatives can no longer be ignored. And this product has one huge negative, is its price. Now, I'm not saying it's not worth its price, I'm just saying its price is definitely quite prohibiting to the number of people. This is not a budget buy, and I'm not sure that, in full honesty, I was given this product not to do this review, and I wasn't asked to do this review, and I certainly haven't been paid to do this review, but I was given this to try out from somebody who worked at the brand. That being said, at this current time, it is £128 for this, for the scalp. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is going to last you ages. It's not something that's going to be used, that you're going to overuse, and especially if you're using the black line and the pipette and you're using it as often as you're supposed to, it will last a long time. However, I realise that this is quite a big outlay to put out on something. The price point, I do understand, makes it very, very difficult to justify spending that, especially for a product that you're probably not buying at the moment. You're probably buying your shampoo, you're probably buying a conditioner, but scalp treatment is something that's new. It's going to be very difficult for somebody to say, you need this new product, and not only that, you need to spend almost £130 on it. But that being said, it is a great product in its own right, and it will stop or reduce dry skin or itchy, flaky scalp, and I do fully rate scalp treatments. That leads me on to something else. It does lead me on to another thing. Are there similar products? Yes, there are. There are a couple of brands that are doing this. The only one I've used personally is a brand called Living Proof. I've done some reviews of them before, and again, they haven't paid me to say this, but they have given me the scalp treatment. They've given me a dry scalp treatment before. Now, that one's a bit more creamier as opposed to this one that's a bit more liquid. They're very different. They both offer the same kind of thing as dry scalp, but I'm not going to lie, this is a lot more concentrated. So whereas that one you probably use every day, this one you'd be only using once a week. Whether that's up to you as a false economy, I think at the time that I'm speaking, it's about 20 quid for the Living Proof one, so that might be a good intro into it. But it may also add, if you're using it all the time, or it's something that you need or you really enjoy, then perhaps spending a bit more might help, perhaps not. And with that, I say thank you. Like I say, if you have used this, or if you're interested in trying it, or you've used Hair Ritual by Cicely before, I'd love to hear your thoughts about what they are and on the brands. If you've used different scalp treatments, I'd love to also hear what you think about scalp treatments, whether that's something you'd be interested in, whether it's something you'd buy, whether it's something you've been using for a while with great results or negative results. If you're interested in hair products, hair brands, I'm a professional hairdresser, so I do get a chance to test all these products out on myself or on clients, and I know what I'm looking for, which means if you're interested in this, please subscribe so you do not miss a thing. I'm definitely here to help give you buying advice and advice on products in future, what you should be using, what you don't need to be using, where you can save money and where you can spend a little bit of money. If you'd like to check out any of my other reviews, I've got one on Living Proof masks, which is great. It's the 3 brand new masks from Living Proof for different hair types, which I think is a fantastic idea. I also have another one on another Cicely product, which is their Real Serum, or serum as we think it's the finishing product that's just going to add a bit of shine. And like I said before, please hit the logo, the subscribe, like, comment, share. It's a real great help to myself and the channel. So really just show your support, just to give it a little thumbs up or to give it a subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, and take care.